You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, October 27th, 2023. Our weekly business and marketing news of the week. If it's radical, we cover it. And that's why my good friend Chris Hansen is in the Vacay Lounge in Miami, because he's radical. What's up, brother?
Always, baby. Another day, man. Friday, keeping it rad.
Always.
Just always, dude.
Always radical. All right, are you going to any Halloween parties? Halloween is coming up, the 31st, next week.
I don't have anything on the books yet. I've had a few people with a few ideas. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm on Halloween's. I can take or leave it if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Love the candy.
Does Miami's got to have like a good, like, surely there's some costume parties this weekend, I would think.
I need to get after that. I'm always like the day before costume kind of guy.
You're the guy scraping it
really
together like from outfits from like 6 years ago. It's like there's a wig here. I've got some duck boots over here and, a Guns N' Roses t-shirt.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's kind of me going to take my kids
One
around.
year I did Squints from the Sandlot. And I'm like, all right, pair of Chuck Taylors, freaking some glasses with some tape in the middle.
Yes.
I'm good.
I'm going to be Chris Hansen for Halloween. I'm going to get my vacay dad hat and a white t-shirt and look like a tennis pro in Miami.
It's the vibe, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to find a chocolate lab to walk around with and, call him Storm.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, we appreciate you wherever you are, whenever you are, however you are, listening to Radcast, your number one marketing and business show on Apple. We appreciate that. And hey, if you want to go hit the Spotify download, go ahead and do that too. We might as well take over number one. We're taking over the world. So let's not be application, too specific. You can download us everywhere. And if you really want to, you can just get it on every machine, like get them going. Oh, we'd be okay with that. Just press play on all of them at the same time, Chris,
Yeah.
Help our ratings.
Just sync it and listen to all of them.
Yes, exactly. Hey, and if you want to hit replay, we're okay with it. Our sponsors wouldn't hate you. Maybe
a few comments, some reviews.
Exactly. We start today. Chris, being a single guy in Miami, this should play close to home. And I'd like to actually take control of this for you. I think I could play this. Tinder is getting more social by letting friends play matchmaker. Tinder has introduced a new feature called Tinder Matchmaker that allows users to invite their friends, including those without Tinder profiles, that'd be me, to view and suggest potential matches. The feature lets friends recommend profiles for the user, but the final decision to match or like still rests with the user. Moved is aimed at integrating real-life matchmaking experience into the app and is inspired by data showing that over 75% of singles discuss their dating lives with friends regularly. How you feel about that, my friend?
I'm down. Let's run it. I trust your judgment. I think it's smart. I've seen on some of the apps, you could kind of like refer someone you see to one of your friends.
Yeah. I haven't been on any of these platforms since Nicole and I met on Match. I'll tell you that. There's a little insider. Okay. And that was in 2013. So that's the last time I was on a dating app. So the world's changed a lot. But I'll get in there and pick some matches for you. Be like, I can see it. Like totally like fucking with you. I always like sending you some matches, some clearly obvious ones and some not so obvious.
It's smart because I feel like, I've done this myself. Like I did it with my sister actually when she was on the dating apps, I would go through and be like, all right, yes, no, yes. People love it's a game, dude. Like I think this will play.
And I do think sometimes you need help. Like your friends and people close to you could see what's better for you than you might be able to,
I know. Maybe you and Nicole can spend your Friday night now swiping for me.
Nicole would love it.
Schedule me some dates.
Yeah. We'll get, she's a good judge. And look, that's the best one. Nicole is like
she's got a good judge of character.
Oh yeah. And she's a total like being a principal. She's an investigator too. So like, and she knows women. She's hip. Like she's the perfect one. She's investigative. She's hip and still knows like what girls and women do and like knows the game.
Yeah.
And so she could probably read between all the bullshit to go, all right, this could be a good one, So there you go. Tinder getting on with their, or you can get your mom, you can hand it to your mom, let her pick something for you. I don't know. I don't know if mom, I guess it depends. Your mom might be great at it. I'm like, I don't know if my mom would suck at this, so.
Well, maybe I can find out. I'll send Karen a link, have her start swiping for me.
It'd only be more interesting if you could if they could set up the full date for you and everything so that it's a little bit of surprise element. I see why they won't do it because I guess, but if you allow someone to actually do it, I mean, that would be like the holy grail.
I mean, I know a lot of people that have had successful relationships off of, a friend of a friend, right? Like I've dated people that were introduced through friends, and there's definitely a level of safety there, I think.
Yeah.
Like if someone else vouches for them.
Oh, for sure.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe they'll have some stats on this new program. Maybe this is really the key to more successful matches, having your friends and family pick for you.
I bet you the percentage of people that stay together would go up.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I did find this, right before we were coming on. I think it was worth mentioning. So Time has come out with the best inventions of 2023. And there's quite a litany of these things. So you can go to time.com, our good friends at Time. They put out this list every year. And I thought we'd cover a few of the obvious and a few of the not so obvious. The first one I thought was pretty cool. So this is called the Humane. Rethinking the smartphone. Two former Apple execs who started Humane envision a screen-free future. And the AI pen is their first step. Once the lightweight Humane AI pen attaches magnetically to your clothing, it becomes your AI-powered personal assistant. Using a mix of proprietary software and OpenAI's GPT, the device lets you do everything from ask complex questions to make calls, send text, all just using your voice. Meanwhile, a built-in camera can identify things and provide contextual information, such as calorie estimates for a food item. A prominent privacy indicator called the True Light goes on whenever the pen's camera, microphone, or input sensors are active to make sure everyone around knows when it's listening or recording. And if you need visuals, a tiny projector beam beams them straight onto the palm of your outstretched hand. It's launching November 9th. Fascinating. Screenless future.
Blown away, honestly.
All voice activated.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about it either. We're such visual creatures, especially now with the phone. Sounds like a nice toy. It's kind of like the Apple Watch or something. Like the watch could do that.
Yeah.
But I still, when I gotta look at something, I want to look at my screen. But I could see some people liking this. But the thing is, the people that I think would like it are also like the least tech savvy. So I see them fumbling around, like trying to get this thing to work. I said, what's the calories, damn it? They're like, this thing never answered me. I hate this bot.
Yeah.
Cursing at ChatGPT. It's like, we've got network congestion. You have no way of seeing like how many bars you have. Or like, God. There's like no indicators of anything. And I think it's not worse where you're like in a dead zone. I mean, it's like,
yeah, maybe one of those things like it sounds great in theory, but real life application just kind of,
yeah, it's called niche and it's a small one, but still interesting nonetheless. It's funny that the smartphone technology has gotten so, like it very little happens, right? Now we got to go backwards. Like the new innovation is less functionality. It's like we've made the camera as good as it can, the screens as big as or in high res as we can. We've added all these things, and it's like they've run out of ideas for making the smartphone feature. So now the innovation of the year is less functionality. No screen.
Literally.
Brilliant. We love it. There we are. The cynic in me. I thought this is cool because I like having fresh teeth. The Samba Robotic Toothbrush is on the timed top best innovations of 2023. In more than 20 years working in the oral industry, Stefan Mueller has noticed one group that consistently underserved: people with disabilities, nearly 88% of whom experience tooth decay. Some vibrating toothbrushes for people with mobility difficulties leave them unable to clean, hard to reach spaces. There's no movement in the mouth. The company's brand new Samba Robotic Toothbrush corrects this. Shaped like a U and featuring 12,900 soft bristles that moves around the gum line and oscillates at both high and low frequencies to cover every tooth and groove in the mouth with no motion required of the user. So like you put it in there and it's like it's almost like dentures, but like it's brushing your teeth. So it's good for anyone, but especially with disabilities. Hey, we like that. But hey, that's some innovation.
I can get down with that.
Yeah. Kind of imagining it. You putting it in there and it's like, well,
you just like,
you don't have to lift your arm. Just be like,
Now this is the type of innovation I can get behind.
Yeah. Having to put less effort into your. So yes, the Samba Robotic Toothbrush, which is out now. That I can get behind anything.
What's the price point on that?
Does it say? Conveniently left out, but it's probably like $1 million, but right, $400.
Like for the low cost of $2,500.
Yeah, accessible to everyone, but not everyone. So there you have it. Also on the list, just to name a few things, ChatGPT 4 was under AI innovations, of course. Photo editing, Adobe Photoshop, generative expand, and generative fill. These are Adobe products that allow you to use AI to create pictures and videos, and a lot of others. There's some other good stuff on here. A couple apps from Spotify, a lot of stuff from Adobe, and then there's a lot of stuff for accessibility. There's a walker on here. I'm telling you, it's supposed to be for like elderly people, but I kind of want to use it. It's like this little cart. It's got wheels.
Saw that.
Smoother moves. I'm like, dang, it's got grandpa on there. And I'm like, I kind of want that thing. So, check it out. Our good friends at Time.
Who wants to walk?
Yeah, exactly. Get that scooter going. Time.com.
Wheeling around, baby.
Inventions of 2023. Back to our regular marketing news. Instagram is exploring a verified users feed. It's testing a new meta verified user feed that exclusively displays content from users subscribed to this paid service. Adam Mosseri, the platform's head, mentioned the test as a potential method for enhanced user control and improved discoverability for businesses and creators. Hey, you got to pay to play, baby. That's all that's all this was headed towards. Pay to play is what this should be titled. So I'm just glad I didn't have to pay for that.
That's the game, bro.
Got that blue check mark. I don't have to spend that $20.
You're legacy, bro.
Legacy. But for real, if you're a business or even really a creator or anyone in this space, spend the freaking $20, $15. I mean, you guys got to do it. If it's, there's so much noise now. If you get 2% better engagement for that $15, if you're in business, you're selling something, you're doing anything with your personal brand, pay to get the check mark. Just do it. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's simple.
You can't run you can't run $15 worth of ads a month to get that much more increased exposure. So
no, I mean, the comparison I think of is like, you know, the restaurants locally that might have like, you know, Gold Star, like say Greenville's Best. It's some like made up organization that you just pay for a yearly membership, but
yes,
you're more visible to the community. Your authority is
higher.
It's all right.
Not to mention you actually get shown
that
like
gold
on their
sticker
platform.
on there.
You get shown more. They even tell you now. Like if you have a blue check, you're getting shown more. Your engagement's going to be higher. Okay, buy it.
Well, and that's where this, especially with this coming out, cough up the $15, dude. Like you said, even if it's a 2% bump.
Yeah, exactly. As much as it kind of bothers me, I kind of want a gold. Like I want a gold check. You know, I go with something that's like acknowledges that, you know, before this came out, like it was there, had it before you could buy it. But you know, I'm not going to hate the player. It's just the game, you know, like I get it. If I spend how many $1 billion on a platform, I'm charge people. I'm not worried about people like me going, oh, I'm way verified. Now I'm not as special, you know, well, you just got to stand out. And
I'm more like,
what's that?
Why do people, I just feel like a lot of people are like, oh, $15 a month. Same thing when Twitter did their Twitter Blue or whatever it was called. It's like, I mean, maybe I'm tainted, but I feel like $15 a month is reasonable, you know, like
it's reasonable if you're running a business or you're a creator that gets paid by sponsors, like whatever it is. If you make money from awareness of the platform, and if you aren't, that's a whole nother issue, but then, you know, pony it up, baby. What? I
mean, I bet you this will get a big bump in subscriptions, I would assume, you know.
Exactly. Capri Sun serves up epic kid moments on Dude Perfect, family-focused platforms. Capri Sun has launched a campaign. It's going to be epic, focusing on kids' adventurous moments. Created by Goodby Silverstein and Partners. That's an ad agency for you guys out there. And run on platforms like Dude Perfect, Disney Plus, and Spotify. This is the brand's first significant push since their reduced sugar formula. Ads will emphasize kids' adventures and will target family co-viewing habits on various streaming platforms. The campaign follows Capri Sun's move to cut sugar by 40% in their product. That's good. I'm glad to know they were doing that, but good. Yeah. My kids drink some Capri Sun, and look, this is where they need to be. I'm telling you right now, I wanted to talk about this. This hit the list. Cameron had this on the list, and might have been something we glossed over. But let me tell you, my living room's been overtaken by my kids watching YouTube videos, and Dude Perfect was on last night for about 2 hours, like literally. And I about dropped some elbows on everybody, but I'm like, I was working anyway. So I was like, whatever. All right, I'll multitask. But this is where the kids are at. The view, so you go to where they are. These are the platforms they're doing. Dude Perfect, Mr. Beast, all this stuff. You got to go where your target is. And you watch it. I guarantee you, just like my kids started asking for Wendy's when it was on Roblox, you know, they're going to go like, oh, we want some more Capri Sun or something. If one of them says they want Capri Sun in 2 weeks, I'm going to come back on the show and say, I told you so. And we're going to call Capri Sun and tell them to pony up some dollars here on the Radcast. But that's all. But there's marketing of all types. You're marketing to all levels, and you got to go to where your target is. And Dude Perfect in YouTube videos is where the kids be watching. That's all I got to say. Are you watching?
I find that fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, you watch.
No, because you're schooling me. Like I don't even know what Dude Perfect is. I think I've heard of it, seen it a little bit. I mean, I know Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating because we don't talk often about, you know, we don't think about kids, right? It's a huge demographic of a customer base technically, but like what you just said, influencing your kids, which is then influencing you of where you're taking them, whether it's Wendy's or whatever. I just think it's interesting to see the evolution of advertising to children and how that's kind of moving off television, I guess you could say, and more into these independent platforms and creators. I mean, Mr. Beast, dude, like he's got a pop-up food thing here too. Like he's everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere. And
like
wall of sound is what I'd call that with him now. It's like every medium, every platform. He's like there. I will say I was watching some of that Dude Perfect stuff, and it's like, it's somewhat mindless and it's harmless for the most part. Like there's nothing, it's like my 8-year-old son. And so like, I'm like, but man, there's a reason they hired actors like back in our days. Like there's these kids and they're trying to act like these incredible stunts or different thing that's happening. They're trying to add like drama to it. And it's like, it's so obvious that it's staged. And I'm like,
yeah, there's a lot of that now. Even on the Instagram, TikTok, I see a lot of creators doing very staged. It's corny.
Yep. Other social media news, TikTok is testing 15-minute video uploads. TikTok is testing, this is just competing direct with YouTube. Let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. Mm-hmm. TikTok is testing the ability for select users to upload 15-minute videos, increasing the previous limit of 10. This will end up being unlimited by the time it's all said and done. This move expands TikTok's platform into the realm of longer form content, directly competing with YouTube. I hadn't even read that far in the article, and that's where my head went. The change allows creators to share more detailed content without splitting it into multiple parts, putting TikTok in direct competition with YouTube for long-form video creators. However, the shift may not be welcomed by all users, as TikTok is known for its short-form and entertaining videos. It's unclear if or when this change will be rolled out to all users. I get it.
It's interesting.
But it's like that last part's kind of the most important part when I think about the platform and the UI and the experience. The great thing about TikTok, and I think some of its success, has been short form, quick, funny, engaging, whatever it is, and you swipe, the swipe baby. It's like swiping to the next one. And if I'm going to watch a 15-minute video, I think you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can be more than one thing, but it's a slippery slope when you try to be all things to all people, and you don't want to lose audience on one end trying to go after another. And so I feel like if they're going to do this, they need to find a way to make like two different experiences or something. Like in a way, I guess
like YouTube shorts, like do TikTok longs.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So we call them TTL.
Now, I thought about this last night. Actually, I was on YouTube, and there's the shorts, and then you've got, say the 2-hour full length interview.
Yep.
And I've known a lot of these guys are now cutting their 2 hours into like 6-minute. So they've got the shorts, they've got like the 6 to 15-minute clips, and they've got the one full length. And I'm right there in the middle. I do find myself going for like the 6-minute highlight clips kind of.
Yep.
But what you said about trying to kind of wear a bunch of different hats, it made me think of Instagram and Threads. Yeah. Like you kind of tried, but I look at Threads like, just came in hot and going down slow. Exactly. So I don't know how this will work out for them.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I think they need to be careful or to create dual paths for these things. But I will say that if you're listening and you create longer form content, then you need to be testing this out on TikTok. Especially 10, 15 minute, you get on there, more audience, and see if it works for you, see what your engagement numbers looks like. I wouldn't be surprised if TikTok, like most platforms, they boost this stuff in the short term. So you might have a chance to go more organic, get more reach. So I'd be out there trying it. So there you have it. I'm looking at I'd be remiss, Chris. I mean, I was just thinking, I was like looking at myself over the thing going, man, it's feeling bright today. Like, I don't know if it was like my forehead was shining from the light or if it was just the glow from Caldera Lab, the official skincare partner of Ryan Alford and the Radcast. Hey, you don't just get to get the skin like this, Chris. Doesn't just happen. We got to have our routines. We talk about workout routines, our wellness stream. We're on the Vacate podcast talking about all the wellness tricks. Well, this is the secret weapon. I got the serum. I keep it close to me now here on the table. Like I want it like smothered on, but I also want like the osmosis of like making me feel younger all at the same time. You know what that's about.
I'll tell you what, I ran out of my face lotion I use yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use Rad Ryan. Go get myself a 20% off that Caldera Labs.
See there? Chris does
it's
the
Miami
secret.
Sun, man.
Oh yeah. You guys have more than
you got to get feet.
You need like 3 bottles of the good for all that sun damage, that can happen in Miami.
I can't let your skin look better than mine, dude.
I know. That's who's your baby face. I mean, I got a few years on you, but go to calderalab.com. You'll find all their products, including their beard oil. I'm using that. That's why this is looking so nice too, And tell them Ryan Alford sent you from the Radcast. You can leave that in the comments, but the best way to leave the comment is you type in Rad Ryan, like Chris said. You get 20% off.
Yeah.
Premium luxury skincare. This is the best you could buy for men, and it's delivered straight to your home. And let me tell you, they're fast shipping. They sent me a hat the other day. The hat's dope. I think I got it in the car. I've been rocking that thing. Caldera Lab, the official skincare partner of the Radcast and Ryan Alford. And if you're following me on Instagram at Ryan Alford, you'll see a lot of our videos and other content there with our partnership. We really appreciate them, and go show them some love. I only promote what works. I've been using them for about 3 months now, and my skin's never felt better. I'll just say that. I know I can see the difference because you kind of look at yourself a lot. But there you have it. We appreciate them. CalderaLab.com. Don't forget, this weekend you have, or actually next week, the day before Halloween is National Checklist Day. So make your list and check it twice, Chris. The day before Halloween. I guess that's Monday.
Always.
On the 30th. I think that's all for today. We've got a condensed story list. There wasn't a lot of top news. Go check out that Time article. It's pretty fascinating with the top 200 list. You got any final words, my friend?
I was going to say that Time article's probably got some good holiday gift ideas.
Yes, it does.
So
get out there.
If you're struggling for some ideas, take a gander at the Time list.
Exactly. We appreciate everybody. Learn more at theradcast.com. You can find all of our episodes, including our guests and or our news episodes from the last 5 years. We appreciate everyone. For Chris Hansen in Miami, I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.